We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon. We'll call the Governance Committee meeting of August 21st to order. The next item on the agenda is to accept the minutes from the July 17th, 2024 meeting. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, minutes are accepted. Next item on our agenda is to open the meeting to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the Governance Committee has 5 minutes. We just ask that you state your name and address. And the floor is yours. Is there anyone who would like to address the Governance Committee?
I'm right behind you, Rich.
Okay,
You hear that familiar voice?
I do. The floor is yours.
Okay, this is just in a nutshell. I discussed this at length in the Personnel Committee. There's a discrepancy between the 990 form of the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce, which lists Stacy Duncan as a 40-hour employee at $86,000 a year. And I've looked at her contract with the agency. It doesn't seem to allow for that. So the question that I put to the Governance Committee is, if Stacy Duncan is working 40 hours a week at the Chamber of Commerce, how long is she working here? That's it.
Okay, all right, thank you, John. Anyone else at this point would like to address the Governance Committee? Okay, seeing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting. The next item on the agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution accepting an application from the First Ward Action Council Incorporated for a leaseback transaction to facilitate the financing of the construction, renovation, and equipping of property and buildings located in the city of Binghamton to provide for a real property tax exemption in the amount not to exceed $216,197 and authorizing the agency to set and conduct a public hearing with respect thereto.
Thank you, Chairman. So this comes to us from First Ward Action Council. Jerry Willard, Executive Director, First Ward Action Council, is on the call, the meeting with us today. So this project is, I believe, the first time First Ward has come to us for pilot benefit. This project is a affordable, low to moderate income housing project. What's unique about this one is that it's a scattered site project. And if you look in your packet, there is information about the various locations and addresses that this project will encompass throughout mostly the First Ward and north side of the city. There are 5 properties, if I'm counting correctly, along Front Street, sort of the continuation of the Gateway project. There's a project on Winding Way and Dickinson Street, also on the north side, the north of Main area of Mather Street. 41 Clinton Street, as well as 43 Clinton Street. So it's a project that will substantively renovate 8 existing residential structures into 19 units of housing, and also the new construction on an existing vacant lot of 19 residential units and commercial spaces. And I will confirm with Jerry, but I believe that is the Clinton Street location. The project is located, again, mostly throughout the First Ward and city's north side. Total of 38 residential units will be developed, and these are for the lower income levels at 30 to 60% of area median income. So addressing a significant need for improved housing for that income demographic. There will be a mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. And the total project includes approximately 20,000 square feet of residential and 2,000 square feet of commercial space. As like many of these projects, they are, First Ward is seeking tax credit participation from New York State Homes and Community Renewal Office. That is the 9% competitive round. I will talk a little bit more about the timing of that application. New York State Low Income Housing Tax Credits, New York State Housing Trust Funds, New York State Clean Energy Initiative Funds, Restore New York, and as well as participation from the City of Binghamton CDBG, Community Development Block Grant Program, and County Land Bank funds. And as well, the commercial space will be financed utilizing New York State Community Investment Funds and Empire State Development Funds. So a little more on the project dynamics. Total project cost is $16,251,000. The proposed exemptions, the include the property tax exemption only of $216,197. The expected payroll for full-time equivalents is $138,000. And as well, 88 construction jobs totaling $6 million. You also have a cost benefit analysis in your packet. And as you can see, there's substantial benefits to both local and state entity taxing jurisdictions as a result of this project. So today's action will be to accept the application and induce a public hearing. I will note and have spoken with Chairman Bernardo on this, because the New York State Housing Community HCR housing, gosh, I can't say that right now. The application process is due before our September meeting, which is September 18th. So therefore, we recommend the calling of a special meeting to consider approval of this benefit so that First Ward may submit their application on time. New York State HCR does look for participation of pilot benefit to support projects such as these. So with that, I'll be happy to answer questions, or as mentioned, Jerry Willard is also on the meeting.
So obviously, we're contingent on all that funding.
Of course, yeah.
Approved,
Mhm.
obviously, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Yeah, I think this is great. It would be really nice to see a map. Have this all mapped out on a neighborhood map or something.
Sure, I'm sure. Jerry, is that
Get the
something?
person.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the first part of that question?
Yeah, I said it would be nice to see a map on this. I think this is great. I'd love to see a map. A neighborhood map where they are.
Yeah, we could get you a map. I don't have one handy right now, unfortunately. The application was put together by Joe Bowles, who unfortunately can't join us today, but we can get a map to you.
Great.
Yeah, the town planning department could do that very
Yeah,
quickly for you.
absolutely.
You probably know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of separate EAF map summaries in here, but not
Yeah,
one. Yep,
right,
Jerry, if
right.
you want to send that to our attention, we'll send that to the board.
Okay, we'll do it.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, just a quick one. I
Go ahead.
didn't pick it up in here. There's some commercial properties involved. Are they being redeveloped to commercial or are they gonna be converted to residential?
Jerry, I
No,
believe, oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, with the commercial properties will be located in the newly constructed building at 40 Clinton Street, which will have 19 apartments and 2 storefronts on the first floor.
That's a first for the First Ward Action Council, isn't it? Have you done that before, commercial?
Yeah, they've
space?
got
Oh, no, we've done that several times.
Oh, good.
Actually,
Yeah.
we are managing around 10 storefronts at this point. We've been
I didn't realize.
doing that fairly successfully over the years.
Mostly on Clinton Street,
on
correct?
That new building.
Jerry?
Yeah, they're on,
5 years ago, ground floor.
right, you
Jerry,
were
how does-
involved. Yeah, they're mostly on Clinton. The storefronts are mostly on Clinton Street. They are all on Clinton Street, in fact. We've had a lot of success with getting good tenants into our properties. We have a mixture of services. I think we've got 2 or 3 hairdressers. We also have some businesses that had started out elsewhere. Parlor City Vegan Foods is a good example, where they had been doing business at the farmers market every week out on Front Street, and they were very successful. And then they reached a point where they wanted to move indoors, so to speak. So they located into our building at 81 Clinton Street, not too far from 40, right down the street, and they've been with us ever since. We've had several like that. They're not brand new to business, but they've been in business a little while, either like at the farmers market or working out of their homes, and they're looking to grow and expand. So we've done very well in renting to that type of tenant, in addition to the services that I mentioned.
But Jerry, you've done a lot of great work for this community and I know that this community appreciates what you do. And I'm really happy to see that you've got another big project on the books here.
Well, you know, we've got it in our blood now. We like to do these projects. And we just finished one in Vesto, but I was telling somebody from HCR yesterday that, you know, we're glad to be back in Binghamton working on this one.
Okay. Any other questions or comments at this point? Okay, is there a motion to approve? Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution accepting an application from the Raymond Corporation for a leaseback transaction to facilitate the financing of the modernization, renovation, and equipping of the properties and buildings located at 191 and 196 Corporate Drive in the town of Kirkwood, to provide for a sales tax and use tax exemption benefit in an amount not to exceed $1,448,000. Provide for a real property tax exemption in an amount not to exceed $2,380,110,000. And authorizing the agency to set and conduct a public hearing with respect thereto.
Okay, thank you. Well, this is an exciting project. I know while we often think of Raymond as a local, as far as, you know, hyper-local company, this is their first real physical footprint of ownership in Broome County, as compared to their Green, New York location. So the Raymond Corporation has acquired properties at 191 and 196 Corporate Park Drive in Kirkwood. I believe there are the two additional old former Felchar buildings, with plans to modernize the facilities and transform them for locations for light manufacturing and finished goods storage. They will have a focus on batteries and hand pallet trucks. Some of the repairs will include a removal of abandoned equipment, returning existing HVAC, electrical, fire protection, security systems to proper working order. Construction, additional repairs to any damages will be included as well, and upgrades to electrical systems to support new manufacturing operations. Construction of a lobby area and functional office space for employees will be included, and all modifications will adhere to current ADA standards. This redesign and modernization will allow them to provide additional capacity for product storage, which is crucial for Raymond's growth. It will support major clients, including Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart, who have significant interests in advanced energy solutions. In addition, local vertical integration of battery assembly will streamline operations and improve competitiveness in the market. This project is a significant step forward for the Raymond Corporation, positioning the company to better serve its clients and continue its trajectory of growth and innovation in the manufacturing sector. The project dynamics on this, total project costs are estimated at $28,140,000. Payroll over 3 years is anticipated to be just shy of $4.9 million of permanent payroll. 57 construction jobs with a total of about $20.1 million are expected in the 3-year period. Some of the exemptions sought include a sales tax exemption at roughly $1.449 million and a property tax exemption of $2,380,110, totaling exemptions of $3.8 million. Cost benefit analysis has been included, as well as our standard 15-year industrial pilot schedule. So today's action again will accept the application and induce our public hearing for this project. And I have Lou Kalea, General Counsel with Raymond Corp. Nice to see you, Lou, to answer any additional questions.
Well, first of all, I think it's obviously good news that Raymond is expanding. That's always good news. And I think it's great news they're expanding into Broome County. So I think it's a win-win for Raymond and for us. But I think in particular, I mean, we're so familiar with Raymond here in Broome County, obviously, but to have them actually start to locate here is great. Hopefully that's the beginning of more to come. So obviously I think this is a very exciting proposal without a doubt. Are there any questions for Stacy on this or comments? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution authorizing the agency to contract with Hooks Tree Service to trim back all trees and remove overgrown trees and bushes up to the fence of the agency's property located at 162 Enwell Street in Johnson City at a cost of $15,400 pursuant to the estimate dated July 10th.
Yes, so this is the area of land, the small sort of triangle shaped acreage we own as part of the 600 Main Street parcel that's actually behind the plaza where the pediatricians and Greek house is. We own that, we've owned that land when we assumed ownership of the 600 Main Street parcel. The reason this is coming to you, the area has gone into some disrepair and we would like to clean that up. The amount of $15,400 is above our current procurement. Anything at $10,000 or more requires board approval. So that's why we are coming to you to do this repair.
I'm sorry, I just want to add, we didn't receive 3 estimates. The other 2 were over $30,000. So,
Ooh.
yeah,
They're over.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So this is property we own. We're not, are we selling this? Or is it up?
We're open to it.
Oh, yeah, but right
We're not
now-
Currently.
Right now, it's right now, it's still our property.
Yes. Mhm.
All right.
Just to clarify, trimming back all trees around parking, are we taking trees down? Are we clearing the lot?
I don't believe we're clearing. I think we're just doing a substantial amount of,
True cleanup.
yeah.
Yeah,
cleanup.
they're hanging.
Yeah,
Right.
they're just significantly overgrown.
I got a chainsaw built for
You
10.
want?
That should have been.
I know.
Well, if you're under there now, you can do it.
So, yeah.
Okay, is there any additional questions or comments on that?
Didn't we have a proposal for somebody wanting to buy?
We
it?
had interest in purchase from one of the local business owners there, but they have since
Okay.
backed off that.
I'm gonna wait after we get the trees cut.
Yeah, maybe when it looks a little
After we
nicer.
after we invest in cutting the trees back, they're gonna come and want it. Okay, any additional questions or comments? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation of a resolution approving an extension of the September 1st, 2021 sales and use tax exemption agreement with Spark JC LLC from August 18th, 2024 through and including August 18th, 2025. The total of which should not exceed $3,099,338.
Yes, so this request is just an extension of time on the sales tax exemption for Spark JC. As you know, was recently announced, the state has made a sizable investment into the continued renovation and redevelopment of what's now called Oakdale Commons, mostly on the north and west side of the property. So the area north of Beer Tree and along the side where Burlington is. Much of their delay was negotiations and preparation with the state. So that has delayed a number of their infrastructure and other repairs. So this is just a request for additional time to get that done for 1 year.
Is there any comments or questions for Stacy? Okay, is there a motion? Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion is carried. Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye. Okay, we're adjourned.